Let's take a look at this example. Please notice that in this circuit we have DC power supply. Anytime we have DC power supply, it means that the frequency in the circuit is equal to 0 Hz. Please keep in mind that impedance of the inductor we calculate from the formula 2 pi f L. If frequency is equal to 0, so if ZL is equal to 2 pi f is what? 0 Hertz times L, no matter what it is. 0 times anything gives me 0 ohms. Okay, so in the DC circuit, inductor has impedance of 0 ohms. I mean, at this moment, okay? At the very first part of the circuit analysis, we assume that the resistance or impedance of the inductor in the DC circuit, right? Circuit with the DC power supply has impedance 0 ohms if it's not specified different. Because sometimes the resistance of the inductor can be given, but if it's not given, we assume that this is 0 ohms. Now, if it comes to the capacitor, this of C is equal to 1 over 2 pi FC. So, this of C is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi, and the frequency is equal to 0 times C. The denominator is going to have value 0. Remember, anytime you divide anything by 0, the answer is not defined. But in our case, it means that the capacitor is going to have extremely high resistance. So when we talk about the extremely high resistance, right, it means that the capacitor is going to behave like an open circuit. So how are we supposed to apply this information to the circuit? So we said that inductor is going to have 0 ohms. So it means that inductor is going to behave like a piece of wire, where capacitor is going to behave like an open circuit. So if the circuit is open, current is not flowing through. Okay, so we can say that this branch doesn't exist. I mean, electrically doesn't exist. And we have, again, two capacitors over here. And because the capacitor for DC current has extremely high resistance, I'm going to cross out this branch too. And because I have inductor over here, I'm going to short it, because we said that the impedance of the inductor is going to be equal 0 ohms. So now we're supposed to redraw the circuit. If you want to redraw the circuit, you are going to have simply DC power supply. You are going to have resistor R1, and we are going to have resistor R2, and we are going to have resistor R3, and we are going to have resistor R5 only. Okay? And the problem is asking you to find Z total. In order to find Z total, you're supposed to realize that these two resistors, resistor R3 and R5, are in series. So I have to find R3, 5 first. Because they are in series, we're supposed to add them up. So if R3 is equal 5.6 kilo ohms plus R5, which is equal 16 kilo ohms. 5.6 plus 16 is equal 21.6 kilo ohms. Okay, so this is the total resistance of these two resistors. I can redraw the circuit in order to make it looking simpler. So I have DC power supply, I have resistor R2, and I have resistor 3.5. So I have R1, R2, and R3.5. Next, please notice that resistor R2 and resistor R3.5 are in parallel. So I'm going to use the product of the sum because we have two resistors. So I can use it. So I have R2 3.5 is equal R2 times R3.5 over R2 plus R3.5, where R2 is equal 7 kilo ohms times R3.5 21.6 kilo ohms over 7 kilo ohms plus 21.6 kilo ohms. This is equal 5.28 kilo ohms. Okay, so now we can redraw this circuit. Let me draw over here. I have power supply and I have resistor R1 and resistor R2, 3, 5. Okay, so in order to find the total impedance, Z total, so you can say that Z total is equal to R total, this is the same thing. And because they are in series, we're supposed to add R1 to resistance R2, 3, 5, where R1 is equal 6.2 kilo ohms plus R235, which is equal 5.28 kilo ohms. Add them up and you're supposed to get the value 11.48 kilo ohms. This is the total resistance of my circuit. Next, I'm supposed to find I total. In order to find I total, I'm going to use Ohm's law. I total is equal voltage source over Z total or R total. I'm going to write R total. It's the same thing. Voltage source is equal 12 volts over R total 11.48 kilo ohms. This is equal 1.04 milliamps. This is my current I total. Next, we're supposed to find voltage across resistor R4. Please notice that resistor R4 is in series with the capacitor C1. And we said that if we apply DC current to the resistor, and we are going to talk about the time in terms of, let's say, seconds, minutes, okay? So the capacitor is going to behave like an open circuit. So if there is open circuit, there is no current flowing to the resistor R4, okay? So it means the current is equal 0. And you have to remember that Ohm's law says that voltage is equal current times resistance. If current is equal 0, right, is equal 0, 0 times anything gives me 0. That's why voltage across that resistor is equal 0 volts. Okay? So this is my VR4. Next, I supposed to find VR5. Okay, so this is the voltage across resistor R5. In order to do so, I'm going to use the current division law, okay, because I know that my total current will go through resistor R1 and is going to split at this point, okay, to current IR2 and current IR35, okay. But keep in mind that these two resistors are in series, so the current which I'm going to find, okay, over here, this is going to be the same current which will go through resistor R3 and resistor R5. So IR5 is equal I total times Z235 over Z35. Okay, one more time. I'm talking about this circuit. Okay, why this one? Because this one is the simplest to look at. Okay, so we have current total. Current total is going to split into two currents. Current I R2 and current IR35. Remember that this resistor represents these two. So if I'm going to find this current, automatically I'm going to have current which goes through resistor R3 and R5. So I'm supposed to set up the current division law for this part of the circuit. So I have I total equals 1.04 milliamps times Z235, which is equal 5.28 kilohms over Z35, 21.6 kilohms. Okay, use the calculator and you're supposed to obtain the value 254.22 micrograms. Okay, so this is the current which goes through resistor R3 and resistor R5. Okay, so I can say that I have current. So in order to find voltage VR5, I'm supposed to use some slow. So VR5 is equal I R5 times R5. So VR5 is equal IR5, we just found, is 254.22 microamps times R5, which is equal 16 kilohms. This is equal 4.06 volts. Okay, so we found Z total, we found I total, we found voltage VR4 and VR5. We can say that the problem is solved.